Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-14-2. It's the Tier 8 Russian or Soviet SPG. Say Russian. Soviet SPG, and it's located on the north spawn of Malinovka. And the commander of this vehicle is Ollie 11186. 11196, sorry. Now, he did explain to me what those numbers signify, but I'm sorry, I've totally forgotten what it actually meant, so I do apologise. We'll just call him Ollie, shall we? Okay, he's moved into a firing position. He's got a 37.13 second reload, and he's turning around to aim at the enemy. Nicely situated in the bushes, and he's looking at the houses or those sheds on the south side of the battlefield, but an enemy has made it really close. A batch at 12 ton has come up the right side of the lake, up the dip. Oh, he's just fallen off the cliff as well, but he's actually in a very dangerous position, because from there he can actually peek up to spot and pole back down into cover, and you can spot on all the tanks that are making their way up the hill. As you can see, he's just doing that right now. Fires a round in. Oh! That's 513 hit points straight away. I don't know if that was a splash or a direct hit. I think it was a hit, actually. So that batch at 12 ton is regretting his decision straight away to go up that ramp. It may have been a smart move if you think about it, but no, he's paid for it in a very big way, because he's lost half his health. Okay, Ollie's set up in a new position to avoid being counter-batteried, and he's looking at the south again. That batch chat's still turning up though. He's still spotting, and he's actually keeping 3 of their tanks from moving up the hill or into spotting positions. There's also a Panther 88 further up and a T-54. This is a tier 10 game, so he's bottom tier in tier 10. Looks like the batch chat's going to try and go up again. Now, you saw what happened the last time. Surely he's not silly enough to try and do the same thing again, because if he does, it could be very expensive. It was a beautiful shot, actually, if you consider the difficulty of firing into the gap. Oh, he did pay for it! My God, what a shot! That was fantastic! Very difficult getting a shot right into that dip. But you can see he was teasing with the aim to try and get the aim to extend far enough so his shot was going to fall directly into the 12 ton. And that 12 ton paid for it in a very big way. So that was absolute true Arty brilliance. Now, T-54 up on the hill. Looks like the rest of the team is now free to move up the hill. It's a T-69 and Scorpion G, but the Scorpion's just taken 2 massive hits. Okay, he's looking where the T-54 was last seen. Just at the edge of the hill. Or edge of the top. Nope, no sign yet. Oh, there's a Conqueror, not a T-54. There's a Conqueror. Okay, you can hit that for sure. Lining him up, working it out, and he's bang on target. Well, it lands short, but he still does 80 hit points of damage, even though it from just splash. And he has stunned the Conqueror, although he hasn't actually picked up any stun assists there. And the Tiger 2's been taken out. Okay, he's reloading. Not long to go. 37.1 seconds means that this must be the 203mm B4 howitzer. Okay, he's just aligning it to see if he can hit any of the enemy tanks that happen to be further up the hill, but there's none in sight at the moment. He's now having a look at that that little hill where the lookout in grid square F7, which is often used by light tanks spotting in that area. Fires a round in, doesn't get anything out of it. Normally I think that Scorpion probably is still located there, doing a bit of spotting, poking up every now and then to see if there's anything worth hitting. The only thing about the SU-14-2 is it doesn't carry a whole lot of ammunition, and he's only got 12 rounds left, 7 of standard HE, 5 of premium. Okay, it's loaded, ready to go. Now, any enemy tanks in sight? None. Now we've got the Conqueror again. This time it's going to be a different matter. Unfortunately, he's in defilade, so it's going to be working out the angle. That's right. Okay, had it there for a split second. We lost sight of the Conqueror. Oh, there was 2 tanks up there at that lookout. A Conway and a Skoda T50. Fires a round in. Now, I suspect that splashed one of them, the Conway or the T50. Waiting for the reload to go through. Now the B4 howitzer can actually do 1,050 hit points of damage. Oh, he hit something! He'd hit something. There was no explosion. So something was definitely struck by that 203mm howitzer shell. Oh, he did a lot of damage there to somebody. I suspect it was probably that Conway. Oh no, it wasn't the Conway. The Conway was actually moved up. So it was probably the Skoda T50. And the Conway's just been taken out. I thought the Conway would stay behind on the lookout to take pot shots, but now something must be there and very badly wounded. He's fired another round in. Okay, T54E1, he's coming in. Unfortunately, Ollie's not loaded. He's knocked a tree down as well. That might give away his position. You have to worry about things like that because enemy Arty might be looking. There are 2 enemy Arty, a batch at 155-58, the tier 10 French SPG, and another SU-14-2 on the enemy side. And of course we don't know if that SU-14-2 on the enemy side is using the 203mm or the... well, he got a hit there on the T54, 285 hit points, and anybody would be quite happy with that if that was a direct hit, let alone a splash. Yes, we don't know if the enemy SU-14-2 is using the 203mm or the 152mm, the BR2. There's the Super Conqueror. Now he's near the lakeside, about halfway up between the caps. He's loaded. Round out, straight away. It goes long. Only 224 hit points of damage. He's only got 2 rounds of standard HE left and 5 premium. But the Super Conqueror is still in sight. The Progetto is spotting him. That means he can get another round in. And the Super Conqueror has now taken sufficient damage that he's down to, what was it, 41% of his health. Is he a one-shot? Well, yes he is, actually. If Ollie was to get a good roll. Round out. Ooh, 404. Wasn't good enough to actually wipe him out. Next shot will definitely take him, though, for no doubt about that at all. And that T69 is also a one-shot. And the Super Conqueror has been wiped out. He's been taken out by the GWE-100. So that big bang we just heard was his teammate taking out the Super Conqueror. Right, there's an Object 430U coming up, but Progetto spotting him for us. And he's also requesting fire on that Object 430U. Ollie's loaded. Round out straight away. Kill shot! 144 hit points. Although he didn't take the kill. The Conway got him. That's unfortunate. It was a perfect shot, but unfortunately he just didn't get the kill on that occasion. There's the Scorpion G, and he's badly damaged, that Scorpion G. I wonder if that's all down to Ollie. It might actually be. He might have been the one that was hit, although I suspect it was the T-50. After all, T-50 was seen in that location, that F7 location, on the lookout, just shortly before Ollie got the hits. Waiting for the Scorpion G to pop up again. Now, if I'm in that position on the ramp, I normally pop up with regular frequency just to have a quick look and see where the enemy is and let my Arty shoot. But I think this Scorpion G is being a little more cagey because they are down 2 tanks at the moment. The Conway and the SU-101 are moving over the hill. So they're going to come down the other side, and very shortly they're going to encounter the enemy Arty. I have no doubt that the enemy Arty is somewhere on the 0 column, or 0 row. I should say 0 column. And they're heading down the hill rapidly. But still no sign of that Scorpion. The SU-101 is fairly close as well. In fact, he's getting closer and closer, so we should get a proximity spot any second. There's the SU-101 on the enemy team. Direct hit, 480 hit points, and the SU-101 is taken out immediately afterwards, so he picks up the stun assist. The Scorpion has been proxy spotted. There's the Skoda T-50, and he is missing a huge amount of his hit points, over 1,000 hit points, and I suspect that's entirely down to Ollie. And the Skoda T-50 won't last another shot. He's a one shot for anyone. In fact, you could nudge him, and that would kill him. He's only got 23 hit points left, 1% of his health. Seems almost a pity to waste a premium round, and Ollie is now on the premium ammo. Round out straight away. This should be it. Yes, it is. And that brings up his second kill. Now they're all closing in on the enemy. Now the last one that's left alive is the Batchat 155-58, and he's probably in this corner of the map, and he's just out of range of the SU-14-2. But that area is in range. I wonder... There he is. Oh, he's making a run for the water. In fact, actually, he's gone into the water. I hope he's not trying to drown himself. We don't do that sort of thing, Arty. Oh, he got the kill! Even though he was in the water, he still managed to get the kill. And that ends and wins the game. 3 kills and a win 8 of 4165 for Ollie. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Ollie, 11196 in the SU-14-2. He picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 21. And a Gore's medal because he did more damage, exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And let's have a look at these details. Well, yes, he did get a big hit on the Skoda T-50, 771 hit points. And I suspect that some of that was down to that one shot that he played, because obviously he was down to minuscule hit points at the time that he put him out of his misery. But I suspect one of the rest of those hit points he gathered when he fired that blind shot onto the hill. So what else did he hit that we suspected? Well, I can't see any others. Maybe the SU-101. He did damage that one when it was visible. No, I can't think of any of the others that were blind shots, but I'm sure that the Skoda T-50 was the blind shot that he did most of the damage. So let's have a look at the team scores, see how well he did. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage. Unfortunately, that went to the FB4004 on his team, the Conway. He managed to get 3 kills and 4,576 hit points of damage, whereas Ollie managed to get 3 kills and 4,328 hit points of damage. But he was actually also beaten by the Conway on the enemy team, who managed to get 4,495 hit points of damage and 2 kills. So yes, when it comes to kills, he was on a par with most, or 3 of the other members in the battle. 2 on his own team and the T-54E1 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, Whoops, wrong screen, that's better. Ollie was right at the top of the tree with 1,451, and that's one of the reasons why he's got the ace. He was doing a lot of damage, and a lot of it was blind damage. Let's have a look at the detailed report. Well, 14 shots fired, 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, 8 splash. Damage of 4,328 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 9 of the enemy, 3/5 of the enemy team, and killed 3 of them, which is 1/5 of the enemy team. He also did stun assistance damage of 1,090 hit points off 11 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 63,621 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and remember he did use some premium ammo, and those premium rounds for the 203mm B4 are very expensive. So he actually ended up with a net amount of 18,611 credits. He received 2,177 XP, and that's all he took away, I'm afraid, because there was no multipliers, but that's still a good total regardless. So thanks very much for sending in this replay, Ollie. He thought it might be interesting to us, and it certainly was, and he got some lovely shots in there. In fact, that shot on the Batchat 12 ton, perfectly aimed. 2 shots in there to do 1,000 hit points of damage overall. Really ruined his day, because he could have been so dangerous if he was spotting for the enemy and letting their RT go to work on your team. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.